As we sit and marinate on that, I want to just ask you briefly about Asia, because just as the president is planning, his second summit with Kim Jong-un, a close friend of the president's, Chris Ruddy, just made news. I visited the president over the weekend at Mar-a-Lago. He just said this.
I'm hearing from sources around the White House there's just general disappointment of the president with Director Coates. There's a feeling that maybe there needs to be a change of leadership in that position coming up.
So did you talk to him about it? Do you think he'll dismiss Director Coates?
Well, I don't know what his plan is. He doesn't tell me who he's going to dismiss or not. I have talked to various people, not him, that are very close in the White House with the security positions the president is taking.
So the president's director of national intelligence, DNI, Dan Coats, was at the worldwide threats hearing, and he concluded that North Korea was unlikely to give up its nuclear arsenal. And just a little bit of context, David, we remember during that interview some months ago at the Aspen Security Conference, and it was Dan Coats up on stage, and that was when he found out Putin was getting an invite to the White House, and we heard from Trump on Coates' reaction there, but what do you make of this potential change in leadership, and what happens with regard to North Korea if DNI Coates goes?
Well, at the worldwide threat hearing, there was no effort to try to sugarcoat their conclusions. You mentioned the one on North Korea. Director Coates also said that he believed that Iran had been complying with the nuclear accord before and after the president withdrew from it. And he also said that he believed that ISIS still had about 12 battalions after the president, of course, had said they'd been completely defeated, and that was the reason that we could leave Syria. So those are the three touchstone issues. But Director Coates has been a very quiet, sort of stabilizing force, but I think he's been unwilling to politicize the intelligence. He is not giving the president necessarily what the president wants to hear. Not the first director to have run up against a president. That's happened in past administrations as well. But in this case, we've been hearing this sort of drumbeat for a while. Director Coates has outlasted almost everybody except Mike Pompeo, right? So if he goes, Mr. Pompeo is going to be the only original member of the national security team. And I suspect he probably is about ready to go.
How about that? David Sanger, thank you for all of this, and of course for your depth of expertise over your years of covering all these conferences. Good to see you. We'll see you back up here in New York. Thank you very much. Meantime, a major development on the just admitted doing.